You can see on the daily chart down here that I'm pointing to. Okay. Yeah, and I would just remember I started out on a trading desk, which was right outside of the pits, which in my opinion was it was much more advantageous to do that than start in the pit, because the people in the pit, most of them didn't use charts. They were just trying to scalp a tick here, a tick there, and at the end of the day, if they made more than they lost, they were happy, right? Okay. So let's see. Take a look at this chart here, the Aussie. Okay. Prices were trading here for a short period of time, and then a massive decline away from that level. All right. Why did this decline happen? Simply because supply exceeds demand at the origin of that drop, right? Now notice I drew my lines. I highlighted the meat of the supply. I don't care about these wicks on the bottom. I do care about the wicks on the top. But I've got the meat of the supply here, okay? Price fell away from this level. And how do I know what the supply-demand equation is here? Is there a small imbalance or a big imbalance? Well, we can ask ourselves some questions. How did prices leave the level? If it was a strong drop in price from the level versus a gradual decline in price, yeah, that suggests a bigger imbalance here, okay? How far did prices move away from the level before returning back to the level? That's another thing that kind of gives us a big clue as to how much supply is here, where the real willing supply is in this market. How much time did price spend here? Was there a lot of time or a little time? Just a short period of time is more ideal. So there's lots and lots of things we can look at that really help us quantify supply and demand in a market just by looking at price versus, adding a bunch of indicators and things like that, right? Okay. So the two most important things, okay, I'm going to draw this on here. This is a larger time frame we're looking at. Okay. So I'm going to draw this. I'm going to write this in. But the two important things we want to pay attention to are location on the bigger time frame, and then structure on the smaller time frame when we're short-term trading. Okay, so a time frame this big, we're going to focus on location. So obviously in the bigger picture, larger time frame, we're way up near supply. This is a 240-minute chart. Okay, and on the daily chart down here, we've rallied quite a ways, and we're right into this big supply area here. So the odds are with the shorts up here, not the longs. Okay. So actually, let me just do it this way. I think this will be more helpful. There's the three things you really want to focus on are location, structure, and profit zone or profit margin. Profit zone. Let's go profit zone. Okay. All right. These are the three things. Location, meaning where are we? Where is price in relation to larger time frame supply and demand? That's key. That answers the question, should we be looking for short-term longs or short-term shorts? Structure. When we come down and find a small time frame level, let's see if we have anything on this Aussie. Let me just scrunch this up a little bit and move this around. I don't see a great level in here. Let me just go to a different time frame here. We look at the small time frames. Here's something down here. I don't see a quality supply level above at the moment. But for structure, take a look. Here's a little level. Oh, let's go back to our Aussie. That was structure-wise, it was okay. But structure, what we're talking about with structure is quality of the level, right? Let me go back to our Canadian here real quick, okay? And go back to a 2-minute. So structure-wise, okay, that's not a bad level. Small period of trading, strong move away from that level, okay? So structure of the level, meaning what's the quality of the level with those odds enhancers we talk about sometimes. If you don't know what the odds enhancers are, again, we go over some of them in the recordings, all of them obviously inside the Online Trading Academy program, the trading rooms. But how did prices leave the level? How much time did price spend at the level? How far did prices move away from the level before returning back? Is it a fresh level? That's key. All those things are under structure. The third item, which is absolutely key, you have to have all three of these, is profit zone. Okay. So what I mean by that is this. Take a look at this 240 Aussie again. Okay. So price up into supply with this below. Look at this blue circle I just drew in. Think motion into mass. We've got an overwhelming amount of supply up here in this area. We've got nothing below but clean air. What's the path of least resistance for price at this point? What's the path of least resistance, up or down? Okay. Yeah, it's down, right? Okay. You've got, think about it. Pretend close your eyes for a minute. Pretend you're on the trade desk. Right in front of you at current price or close to current price, you have a massive amount of sell orders, a huge stack of paper in front of you. Okay? And when you look to see where the demand is, it's not till like way down here at 9,800. Right? Okay? Can you now see why it was illegal for me to trade my own account on the trade desk? Does everybody understand that? Okay? Because I can see the orders here and the orders here and all this room in between. Right? You can't lose when you have that information. So what I'm showing you is what that picture looks like on a price chart. Make sense? Okay.